Hello viewers, welcome back to Labi Premium Consult. In today's video, we are going to consider part 2 of normal distribution. So as you can see on the screen, I'm about reading. COVID-19 team at Kotoka Airport claimed that the height of immigrants with a new strain of coronavirus to bracket data are normally distributed about a mean of 170 centimeters and a standard deviation of 9 centimeters. Find the probability that immigrants selected at random I has height between 154 and 182 centimeters, II the height above 178 centimeters, and then III the height below 185 centimeters, and each carry equal marks. So here we have been given the mean and then the standard deviation. So the mean is given us with our mu, which is equal to 170 centimeters, and then our standard deviation, which is equal to 9 centimeters. So we are asked to find I, the height between 154 centimeters and 182 centimeters. So here, these are what we call the X scores. We are going to convert these scores to a Z score. So the height between 154 and 182 centimeters can be written as probability of 154 centimeters with your greater than sign or less than sign, depending on where you are reading from. Then you have your S score here, less than 182. So you are going to convert this S score towards a Z score before we proceed to find its value on the Z table. So with this how it's going to be. So to convert this to a Z score is going to be, so you know how to find a Z score per formula. Z score is equal to your S scores minus your mean divided by a standard deviation. Okay, so this is a formula they're going to apply in this case. So here is going to be, you're going to have your bracket introduced again, which is 154 minus 170 all divided by your standard deviation of 9. Okay, and then you have your less than sign. So immediately you change from X score to Z score, you introduce Z here to mean that you are changing from X score to Z score, and you have your less than sign once again here. So you have 182 minus 170 and then divided by 9, then bracket close. Okay, and then you tell us that here when you key this on your calculator, you should be able to arrive at minus 1.78. okay, so you have your bracket here, less than your Z, less than 1.33, less than 1.33. okay. So once you get to this part, per the Z score approach, we always subtract the first Z score from the second Z score. By that way, we subtract the lowest score from the highest score. Is that okay? So that is what we're going to do. So in this case, immediately I subtract, I'm going to introduce this now symbol, right? To show that here I'm going to have here to be 133, okay, minus with the same symbol here, minus 1.7 So mean I will subtract the smallest Z score value from the highest Z score value here. So once we get the expression here, we look out for their Z score on the Z table. Is that okay? So let's go for our Z table and see how to find the value of 1.33 and then negative 1.78. So on our Z score table that you can see here, we are asked to look out for the Z value or the Z score value for 1.33. So that's going to be positive. So let's look out for the positive side of the Z score. So we have 1.33. So we have 1.3 here. So let's look out for 0.03 on top here. So we have 0.03 here. So we're going to have it here. So that's going to be from this lane, right? Then let's move a bit from this lane. So mean I'm going to have it here, right? That's going to give us So 1.3 and then 0.03, meaning that you're going to get 1.33. So you're going to get the value of what? 0.908 what? 2. So that is the value for that. So you're going to have here to be equal to 0.9082. So after finding the z-score for 1.33, also look out for the z-score for negative 1.78. So let's get our z-table and look out for that too. So on our z-table here, we are looking out for what? Negative 1.78. So we have negative 1.7 here. So 0.08 is going to be last but one column here. Okay, let me show it a bit so that you can see. So you have it here. So that's going to be, so let's see, negative 1.78. That's going to give me what? 0.037 here, 0.03 what? 7 on our z table. So let's pick that one too. So we're gonna have here also to be equal to 0.0375. So at the end of the day, when you subtract, you should be able to arrive at a figure of 0.8707, and then you are done. So that is for the I part of this question. Let's move on to the I part. The I part is saying that we should find what? The height above what? 178. So in normal distribution, to find a height that is above what? 178, this is how you write it. The probability that your, since the s-score values is going to be x greater than what? 178. So this is how you're going to write it. But you're going to convert this to what? z-score. But you can also write this in a way of, by saying that here is going to be written as 1 minus the probability of what? X. Remember here, the sign, okay, the sign here will change. All right, the sign here will change, but then the operation sign for the 178 won't change. It will remain the same. So that's going to give us what? 178. That's going to give us 178. So actually they are the same. Okay, so we have 1. So you want to find what the z-score for x is less than 178. Okay, so that's going to give us probability of what? Z-score less than, so you're gonna have here to be what? 178 minus our mean of what? 170, then divided by the standard deviation of what? 9. Is that okay? So immediately you do that, you should be able to have your z value for this to be 0.8 what? 9, 0.89. So once you get that, here we can also write this as what? 1 minus with our now, then have what? 0.89 on the dots here. So we look out for 0.89 on the z what? Table, on the z-score table. So look out for 0.89 on the z table. So that's positive, right? So we're going to look out from here. So 0.89. So you have 8 here already. So you have 8 here already. So the 9 is going to be the last what? Value here on the dot. So 8 here already. So we're going to have here 0.09 here. So that's going to give us what? 0.8133. Okay. So that is the z-score for 0.89. So that's going to give us here to be equal to 1 minus 0.8133. So then when you subtract from 1, you should be able to arrive at what? 0.1867. And that's your probability that x is greater than what? 178, or s above what? 178. Then move on to the last part of this, which is what? The height below what? 185. So with III, we are asked to find what? The probability that immigrant selected at random has a height below what? 185 centimeters. Remember, all these are what? S-scores. So you're going to tell us that you're going to have a probability of x less than what? 185 centimeters. Okay, so you're going to convert this 185 to what? XZ what? Score. So that's going to give us probability of what? Z, and that's going to give us our less than sign, which is going to be 185 minus our mean of what? 170, and then divided by standard deviation of what? 9. Okay, so at the end of the day, you should be able to get your z to be less than 1.67. Okay, so when you get to this stage, you can rewrite this straight away by saying that here you're going to have your, now with your 1.67, okay, bracket close, and you find what the value of what 1.67 on the z table, so that you get what your answer. Or you can do it in this way. When you get to this stage, you can say that here can also be written as what 1 minus the probability that we have what our z score to be less than what negative 1.67. Okay, so immediately you do that. Now look out for this before we come back to this and then see whether the two achieve the same what answer. So we have our z table here, so we are asked to find what the z value for 1.67. so 1.6 is here, so let's look out for 0.07 in addition to that. So here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So that's going to give us what 1.67. Does give us what 0.9525 what 5 0.9525 here. Okay, all right, so that is what we are talking about here. So we can put this one down. So that's going to give us straight away 0.95, or we can also get our answer 0.9525 by using this approach too. So here we're going to say that here is going to give us what 1 minus, here also going to be written as the whole of this expression can be written as what our now symbol, then we have what here to be equal to negative 1.67. so look out for negative 1.67 on the z score table. So negative 1.67, that's to the negative side. Okay, so we have negative 1.6, so 67 here. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's going to give us what 0.0475, right? 0.475. So that's going to be for the negative side. So that's going to give us 1 minus 0.0475. So when you subtract 0.0475 from 1, you should be able to arrive at a total of what 0.9525, and that's going to be your final answer. So either you go by this way or you go by this way, it's going to fetch you the same what answer. So thank you for watching this video. If it was really helpful to you, please go ahead to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends. You can also follow us on Facebook at Labi Premium Consult and on Instagram at Labi Premium. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.